It's Monday, June 3rd, 2024, and I'm Dave Sobel. 3 things to know today. Consumer behavior and inflation trends, the US and Eurozone inflation data, and corporate pricing pressures. Google's data loss and SEO algorithm leaks, what IT providers and small businesses need to know, and some significant channel moves. Microsoft and VMware team up, Red Hat rebrands their partner program, and Tech Data acquires OrcaTech. This is the business of tech. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend, and as we face a new week, there's some new data to review. Inflation in the US showed a slight deceleration in April, suggesting a potential gradual cooldown. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index indicated a decreased core inflation and a modest rise in consumer spending. However, core inflation is still running at a 4.1% annualized pace above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. The data also revealed decreased consumer spending, particularly on goods like vehicles, and a decline in real disposable incomes. Inflation in the Eurozone saw a surprising increase in May, rising to 2.6% from 2.4% in April, making the first uptick this year. Core inflation, excluding food and energy, also rose to 2.9% from 2.7%, potentially creating a dilemma for the European Central Bank. The trend of companies losing their ability to raise prices without impacting demand is becoming apparent. It's supported by anecdotal evidence from corporate earnings calls and the Federal Reserve's Beige Book observations. In recent months, these reports have become widespread and align with indicators showing an increasing number of households falling behind on credit card and auto loan payments. This trend is occurring as pandemic-era savings are increasingly depleted and nominal wage gains have receded from their highs in 2022. The Beige Book, which contains business economic observations, showed that 8 of the 12 Fed regions reported anecdotes of a more price-conscious consumer. Retailers in areas served by the San Francisco Fed have reported a limited ability to pass higher costs onto consumers. And sentiment is divided. Despite 72% of Americans reporting personal financial well-being, only 22% rate the national economy as excellent or good. This gap has nearly doubled since 2019. Historically, negative consumer sentiment correlated with economic slowdowns, but currently the negative perception doesn't align with positive economic data as people continue to spend. However, this discrepancy could indicate a vulnerability, as a sudden economic downturn could trigger widespread pessimism and impact consumer spending. Amidst all this, VentureBeat is reporting how the B2B SaaS industry is experiencing disappointing earnings, with many companies reducing guidance or failing to meet investor expectations. There is speculation that large language models could disrupt the software ecosystem, potentially rendering traditional SaaS models obsolete. However, the difficulty of fully automating tasks and the limitations of LLMs suggest this shift may be far-fetched. The decline in B2B SaaS revenues and earnings growth could be attributed to overhiring during COVID and increased scrutiny on costs. Why do we care? So the discrepancy between personal consumption and core inflation means that while inflation is cooling, it's not happening fast enough to provide immediate release. The decreased consumer spending, particularly on goods like vehicles, and the decline in real disposable incomes highlights a cautious consumer base. We care because of the impact on our customers, mainly if they serve consumers directly. We should also note that consumers, and thus also likely small business customers, are indicating a shift in consumer behavior toward greater price sensitivity. This trend is further corroborated by increasing household delinquencies on credit card and auto loan payments, and it suggests financial strain among consumers as pandemic savings dwindle and wage growth slows. So watch your price increases. Finally, let's note that the companies VentureBeat is talking about include Salesforce, Asana, Atlassian, Datadog, Snowflake, Twilio, and Workday, which would all be critical products in the productivity layer. And that's why we care. And 2 pieces of notable Google news. Google accidentally erased a customer's account and data backups, causing a 2-week disruption for Australian pension fund Unisuper. A misconfiguration caused the incident during the provisioning of UniSuper's private cloud services, which resulted in the account being marked for automatic deletion. Google has detailed the issue and implemented remediation steps to prevent it from happening again, emphasizing that it was an isolated incident with no systemic risks for other customers. UniSuper was able to recover its data using backups from a different provider. Google has confirmed the authenticity of leaked internal documents that reveal details about the data it collects and its search ranking algorithm. The documents provide insight into the factors that influence search results, but also highlight the complexity and potential outdatedness of the information. The documents mention features like good clicks, bad clicks, and longest clicks tied to nav boost and glue. They also suggest that Google uses Chrome browser clickstreams to power search results and employs allow lists in travel, COVID, politics. The key takeaways include the importance of building a strong brand, the potential devaluation of expertise and trustworthiness, the significance of user intent and navigation patterns, the diminishing importance of classic ranking factors, and the challenges small businesses face in SEO. Why do we care? Well, not a common case. The UniSuper case highlights the need for robust backup and disaster recovery strategies. Providers should ensure clients have multiple independent backup solutions and regularly test data recovery procedures. The approach minimizes the risk of data loss and service disruptions. Data in the cloud needs protection too. I also want to highlight the changes in Google search. If you're not aware, some significant changes are happening in SEO and around AI. Small businesses may find it increasingly difficult to compete in SEO due to the complexity and nature of Google's algorithms, downplaying smaller sites. What would happen if Google traffic went to zero? That's why we care. And a few channel updates. Microsoft and VMware have announced a partnership that allows subscribers to the VMware Cloud Foundation Suite to use their entitlements on Microsoft's Azure VMware solution. This license portability scheme enables users to apply their license capacity to resources of their choice, ensuring that the cloud capacity they've already committed to can be utilized. The deal puts Microsoft alongside Google Cloud in offering VCF license portability, while AWS currently does not have this capability. Red Hat is revamping its partner program by launching a new partner program framework. The framework aims to cater more effectively to its partners' individual needs and preferences. As part of the change, Red Hat is moving away from categorizing partners and instead focusing on providing a customizable experience. A key element of this new framework is the introduction of a Partner Practice Accelerator program. Tech Data, a TD SYNNEX company, has acquired OrcaTech, an independent value-added distributor in Australia and New Zealand. This acquisition enhances Tech Data's security portfolio and technical capabilities, adding hyperscaler marketplaces with AWS and Microsoft. Why do we care? Licensing changes in the ever-changing world of VMware matter, and with the uncertainty around them with Broadcom too, this was worth reporting. Red Hat's shift to a customizable partner program reflects a broader industry trend toward personalization and tailored experiences. And we see ever-increasing service capabilities in distributors. Just a data point there. Today's episode is supported by Huntress. You want to focus on your clients and are always looking for ways to get more time. Use Huntress's fully managed cybersecurity platform to fight off cyber threats. Huntress is more than cybersecurity software for endpoints and identities. It's a 24/7 security operations center. It's security awareness training, community engagement, and dedicated partner support with an average CSAT score of 99.3%. Technology can only get you so far. Human expertise is what's needed to truly elevate and protect small businesses, and you get that with Huntress. Secure your clients and help them thrive with the #1 rated EDR for SMBs on G2. Visit huntress.com/MSP Radio to find out more. Thanks for listening. It's National Egg Day. It's also World Bicycle Day. Again, two that I don't think go together. If you have a question you want answered, I take those questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video, to question@mspradio.com. Answer those listener questions live each week on the Wednesday live show, this week, 3 p.m. Eastern. on YouTube and LinkedIn. And if you got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. Talk to you again tomorrow. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you like the content, please make sure to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe. It's free and easy and the best way to support the show and help us grow. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can join the Business of Tech community at patreon.com/MSP Radio, or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Finally, if you're interested in advertising on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening to me, and I will talk to you again on our next episode of The Business of Tech.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.